Millionaire mocked black teen claiming to be Heiress went pale when the board confirmed the glass-walled conference room overlooked the city like it owned it. 16-year-old Nia Thompson, it felt like a cage. She sat alone at the long, polished table, hands folded in her lap, spine straight, wearing a simple navy dress her aunt had pressed that morning. No jewelry, no makeup, just quiet dignity. Around her, executives whispered, "Is this some kind of joke? Why is a kid here?" She doesn't even look prepared. At the head of the table stood Harold Whitman, a self-made millionaire investor with silver hair, and a voice that filled rooms. He glanced at Nia, then laughed under his breath. "So," he said loudly, "you're the one claiming to be the heir." Nia met his eyes calmly. "Yes, sir." That made him laugh openly this time. "Sweetheart," Harold said, shaking his head, "this company is worth billions. My board doesn't meet with teenagers who watched one too many business videos online." A few executives chuckled. Nia felt heat rise in her chest, but she didn't flinch. "My father asked me to be here," she said quietly. Harold smirked. "And who exactly is your father?" She swallowed. "Daniel Thompson." The laughter stopped. For a half second, then it resumed, louder. "The janitor?" Harold scoffed. "The maintenance supervisor." Nia's jaw tightened. "He was more than that." Harold waved a dismissive hand. "Listen, kid, I respect ambition, but claiming ownership without proof is—" The doors opened. A woman in a tailored gray suit entered, followed by two older men carrying folders. The room shifted instantly. "That's legal counsel," someone whispered, "and the board chair." The woman cleared her throat. "We're ready to proceed." Harold frowned. "Proceed with what?" She looked at Nia, not like a child, but like an equal. "The confirmation." Harold laughed again, uneasy now. "Confirmation of what?" The board chair spoke slowly. "Of the heir." The room went silent. I stood. "My father passed away 3 months ago," she said, voice steady. "He built this company quietly. He never wanted attention. He wanted a future for people like him and for me." Harold's smile faded. "It's impossible," he said. Daniel Thompson was a nobody. The board chair slid a thick folder across the table. "He was the majority shareholder," he said, "and founder." Harold's face drained of color. "No," he whispered. "I knew the founder. He died years ago." Legal counsel shook her head. "That was a decoy name. Daniel Thompson worked here so he could see how people were treated when they thought he didn't matter." Every executive avoided Nia's eyes. Harold's hands trembled. "You're saying?" "She owns 62% of the company," the board chair confirmed. "Effective immediately." The room felt like it lost oxygen. Nia looked at Harold. "You mocked me because you thought I was powerless," she said softly. "That's exactly why my father hid." Harold swallowed. "Hard I didn't know." Nia nodded. "Neither did the people who ignored him, or laughed at him, or talked over him." She took a breath. "He taught me something before he died," she continued. "He said real wealth isn't money. It's how you treat people when you think there's nothing to gain." Silence. Harold lowered his head. "I was wrong," he said hoarsely. Nia looked at the board. "I don't want revenge." That surprised him. "I want accountability." She turned back to Harold. "You're stepping down as lead investor," she said calmly. "But you'll stay on as advisor, unpaid, so you can learn what humility feels like." Gasps. Harold nodded slowly. "I understand." Weeks later, headlines exploded. Teen Heiress takes control, redefines La Cresa Chipa, but Nia ignored the noise. She sat in her father's old office. "Mavan, no one ever noticed," and placed his photo on the desk. "Mavaya didn't yell," she whispered, "like you said." She smiled through tears, because Powell didn't need to scream. It only needed truth. Moral never underestimates someone because of their age, race, or appearance. True power often arrives quietly and reveals who you really are when it stands up.